Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing my experience with my RK100 keyboard from when I first bought it in 2021 to the issues I've faced and how I'm using it again now that it's 2025. If you're thinking about getting one or just curious about long-term use, this video might be able to help you if you do plan on getting it 2025 onwards. So yeah, I got this keyboard back in 2021. It's white backlit, no RGB, but I didn't mind. The layout felt great, the typing experience was smooth, and I personally liked brown switches, and that's exactly what this is. I use it regularly until 2022, until some issues started to surface. Some buttons were no longer working and some are defective. They tend to double click or double tap in this case. Now I was thinking about getting another mechanical keyboard now that it's 2025, but I remembered I did have this at, stored somewhere and it hasn't been used for a while. So I decided to buy replacement keys and replace all the defective buttons. It wasn't really that difficult to do. I just used it regularly and I had my replacement keys on the ready and replaced the defective keys as I used the keyboard, because I first planned on remembering what the defective keys are and then replacing it, but I have poor memory, so that wasn't gonna cut it out. So now, typing experience wise with the keys I bought, it's like nothing changed. It's still like the smooth typing experience that I've had with this keyboard when I got it, straight out of the box. But using it wirelessly, it's not really the case anymore. The dongle still works. However, I can't really use it wirelessly because the battery dies too fast. And regardless of how long I charge it, it just won't work wirelessly anymore. So now I keep it plugged in, just in my outlet beside me all the time as I'm using it. But still, it's still pretty handy because the keyboard is compact. It still has a numpad, and even though it has a numpad, it doesn't occupy that much space. So that's one of the key features of this keyboard. Alright, so future me just swiping in to show you guys a closer look and how it looks like on my desk. And I'm gonna zoom out a bit. As you can see, my desk isn't the cleanest, but well, it does the job. So as you can see, the keyboard doesn't really eat that much space. I really love this keyboard if it weren't for the defects that I have experienced with it. So next, I'm just gonna show you the lighting modes, and I'm just gonna shut up and show you the patterns. So, well, first one is just plain lit up. So, the next one, and there you have it. That is all of the lighting modes. I do believe that we're back at the beginning. And so I'm just gonna bring it back to my past self and continue with blabbering on what the actual video is about. Peace! Now looking at why it might have failed, maybe it's because of the fact that I rarely clean it. Well, I did clean it a few times, but in my defense, I know some people, personal friends of mine, that rarely clean their keyboards, but their keyboard did not die on them that early. So don't blame me. Who knows, maybe I just got unlucky with the model that I received, but nonetheless, I have to deal with it. Now, let's talk about if I would recommend it to anyone, especially now that it's 2025. Personally, the experience, using it, I got nothing to say about it. Typing wise, the responsiveness of the keys, and the overall experience was good. It's just that some features no longer work as intended, and that sort of sucks. But if you happen to receive, a keyboard like this with no defects at all, I would say the overall experience would be phenomenal and you're gonna have a blast with it. I did check some reviews of this keyboard, recent reviews that's on YouTube, and none of them had the same experience as I. So I couldn't say that your experience is gonna be the same as mine, but again, overall, if no defects at all, I'm happy with this keyboard. How compact it is, how it has a numpad and doesn't eat my desk at all. The durability, the feel, it's heavy but not too heavy. It doesn't feel like it's cheap. So yeah, if you're fortunate enough to not have the same fate as me with this keyboard, I would definitely recommend it.